the rising trend as well, yes.
But do you think they have enough Indian talent to do that this season? I really don't see that in the roster because, okay, you do have the likes of Ravindra Jadeja, Rituraj Gaikwad, Shivam Dubey, who is now obviously going to be the mainstay. And then you also have to fit in one MS Dhoni into the squad. So, again, I don't think they have managed to find the balance even after this. I don't know, even after at the end of this auction, they will still be able to find that balance.
I'll tell you what, none of this in Chennai Super Kings is a worry to me. They will figure out. They will figure out. Trust me.
They always do.
They will figure out. They always do, as he said. And at some point in time, they will get that combination right. To me, there is only one question when it comes to Chennai Super Kings. When the man goes, what exactly is their plan B? Plan B, plan C, plan D, from B to Z, everything I'd like to know. Because plan A is what has made Chennai Super Kings.
True. I think their plan B is already in motion. They want him to take over that mentor / coach role.
Yes, man on the field, man off the field. World of a difference.
Agreed. But as far as the fans...
And Jadeja couldn't, dip into his experience as
agreed,
captain.
Agreed.
You know, I'm not sorry, I'll continue with this. I'll just wrap this up. The point is, okay, captaincy is a major issue. We saw what happened with, captaincy had to go back to him. There's a lot of sentiment involved and, but the point is his presence on the field. Is that, how will you replace it? And in that lies, and CSK, look at the franchise, look at the structure. It has so deep-rootedly revolved around this guy. The love, the passion, the madness that is there for this man is irreplaceable. I don't think,
Which is why I think these two buys, Rahane and Ben Stokes, are a bit of interest because Rahane has led in the past as a captain. And I would not say he's from the same...
But Rahane has not been a performer, God knows for how many IPLs
Of course. I'm not saying that make him captain. I'm also coming to Ben Stokes because also we have to remember that Ben Stokes is now retired from the ODI format. Why that is crucial is because England don't play a lot of tests in those 3 months, April, May, June. Majorly their test summer begins June onwards, the major part, major chunk of their test. And white ball cricket majorly happens April, May, June. So that frees up Ben Stokes. And you never know, he's suffered a lot of injuries. He's coming to his, probably towards the end of his international career. So they could have a chat with Ben Stokes and say, okay, listen, if and when MS Dhoni goes, we are looking for a captain for 3-4 years until you have this guy taking up, and that's Rituraj Gaikwad, and I'm pretty sure they are looking at him as a future captain.
I agree completely with what Chetan says, that at some point in time, Rituraj Gaikwad is seen as a future captain, and that I think CSK has identified. It's just that they don't want to rush into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll have to obviously kind of wait and see how things go. But as of now, their worry is the interim.
Right.
Because as I said, the man, like he goes and there's a gaping hole out there. How do you feel that?
True, absolutely. Okay, so now when we're talking about captaincy and replacing the old with new, the next team that comes to mind is the other most successful team in the IPL, that is Mumbai Indians.
Yes.
Well, again, Rohit Sharma, we know for a fact that he's in his last legs. Even if he retires, maybe he would end up playing at best another season of IPL. I don't think he will go beyond that. What do you think their strategy is going to be? I felt they made a mistake by letting Hardik Pandya go.
Yes, that was a mistake. But again, when it comes to retention and staying...
Srini does not agree at all.
He does not agree at all. Yeah. It's not always the players, the franchisee's decision. It's also sometimes the player's decision. So I think Hardik Pandya's decision was vital in him going to Gujarat Titans. He was looking for that broader role. Again, I also don't agree this is like Rohit Sharma is going to retire anytime soon. I think even if he says goodbye to international cricket...
I'm not listening to this.
I think he's going to play IPL for quite a bit. And if you talk about who the future captain, there could be, I think Ishan Kishan.
Ishan Kishan, really?
Definitely. Why not?
Okay. Srini, you had issues with what Chetan was saying?
Well, okay. First things first. Not issues. I mean, his thing is spot on. Point is Hardik Pandya going away. Okay. Nobody's mistake here. The mistake is, let me quickly wrap this up. The mistake is nobody's but the way people are designing the concept of mega auctions in IPL. You have a team. Where did Hardik Pandya come from? Obviously, the talent scout of Mumbai Indians went and figured that boy in Baroda, you know, kind of a budding young fellow who had potential. They brought him up, you know, kind of put him in the mix of things, and and they worked on that product, and you know, it took time for them to accomplish a finished product, right? And suddenly, BCCI comes, says, okay, it doesn't matter what you've done over the last 6 years, because we are adding 2 new teams, so now dismantle everything that you have done.
Okay? And you can only retain 4
and
players.
we will only give you the option of retaining 3 Indians and 1 foreigner, or 2 Indians and 2 foreigners, and that's at best what we can do. Now, we don't care what you have done. See, this is, again, there is a larger context here, which I'll come to later. But the point I'm trying to make here is that a franchise which has worked on creating its own ecosystem suddenly has to let go of a player. And who would they have let go? Kieron Pollard, no chance. They wanted to keep him another year. Surya Kumar Yadav, now we can see why they kept him back. Rohit Sharma is their captain, man who has won them 5 titles.
True.
There is, and then just with
Mumbai is
no argument, right? So where was the spot? I mean, obviously, you know, had the mega auction happened this year, probably Kieron Pollard would have not been the guy. See, they couldn't have retained 4 Indians.
True.
The rule said that it could have been 3 Indians and 1 foreigner, or 2 Indians. So they went for the best option that was available. Chetan?
And again, yes, I agree. And also, even if they wanted to retain him, you look at the valuation as well. You know, there's the valuation aspect of it as well. When you retain a player, you pay 16 crores, then 12 crores, 8 crores, or something like that. If you pick,
I think Litton Das was up before this, and he has gone unsold. Again, it must be the availability issue. Because Sri Lanka and Bangladesh are going to be the 2 teams which are going to have their own games during that time. So it's very much understandable. Nicholas Puran is up, and it seems Chennai and Rajasthan are bidding for him. He has already shot up to 2.8. His base price was anyways at 2 crores. So yeah, as Srini had predicted, the war for wicket keepers has begun.
And while this is going on, I'll just finish what I was saying. It's also the valuation war. If you're paying 16 to Rohit and 12 to Bumrah, you can't go below 10 to Hardik Pandya, because there's a valuation game there. Why would he accept 8 crores or something to play for Mumbai Indians when he's getting 16 at Gujarat Titans? So this, like Srini said, very much this was designed against those existing teams, and that is why, let me just say, the concept of auction in IPL, I think it's starting to get very, very dated. It's starting to get very, very dated. We're coming quickly to a point where it has to be replaced by the draft system and not the auction. And you can't tear up teams again and again and again, because you're building an association with your fan base as well. So I think in the next, maybe within 3 to 5 years, we could see the end of the auction concept in the IPL?
Yes, I've been saying that auction is already past the sell-by date. And I've been saying this for a long time, that for right now, you know, why did you need auctions? You needed auctions to bring in sort of an equilibrium in place, right? There had to be equal contest between all 8 franchises, originally the 8 franchises. You didn't want overspending happening anywhere, right? So that is why a salary cap was kept, and the players were put in brackets and said, this is the kind of money that you can go. All right. Now, after 15 years of IPL, franchises are earning money from the ecosystem. They're earning good money from the ecosystem, right? So today they have the infrastructure and the space available to build their own teams. I'm saying start from scratch, identify a player at 14, 15, 16, 17 years of age, and then work on that product to kind of, enable at some point and have a junior ecosystem in place. Look at what the EPL has done in
England. I was going to come to that.
Exactly. And there is no rocket science here. I think that is precisely why I'm saying the auction is past the sell-by date. It's great drama on the day when it happens.
Absolutely.
It's great TRP. But then overall, there's no big picture to look at.
Do you think that for a EPL type of model to come into the into the IPL, do you think that you need more teams? I mean, if you're already at 10.
You mean the transfers?
No, the total, not just transfers. Like, even if you want to add more players, buy more players, do you think that just like what the EPL has, you need about 15 or maybe 16 teams to be there for something like that to start working? Is that what the IPL is working towards?
No, I mean, see, I don't think there is a plan in place. You asked me, is that something the IPL is working towards? Right now, I don't see IPL working towards anything.
No, but also I don't think that transfers could really work, because again, what's the point of transfers? Because when you talk about EPL teams, transfers happen within the teams, they change the big players.
I have something to add here. Yeah. The transfer window, when you look at the transfer window, see, the transfer window has to be made into a commercial exercise.
Right.
you know, people have to look at that window every year annually in terms of trade, where it is not just ki, okay, I need this, I need that, you are letting go of this, okay, whatever, like 1 or 2 players. It has to be there has to be a business sense to it.
Yeah.
It has to make news for the money that exchanges hands. Yeah,
Okay, while we have been talking about that, Nicholas Pooran has it 9 crores. So now,
Which
this was,
actually-
I think, Delhi. No, okay, now Delhi has gone for 9.25.
And LSG have come
LSG.
in. Yes, LSG have come in. So again, so I'm just trying to make sense of what's happening here. We have DC and LSG. Before that, we had Rajasthan Royals. Before LSG entered. So Rajasthan Royals were looking for that impact batsman. They already have 2 wicket keepers, Sanju Samson and Josh Butler. So they don't need Nicholas Pooran to keep wickets.
Yeah.
But they missed out on Harry Brooks. So they were trying to go for an alternative, an attacking middle order batsman. But they are out now.
I
DC,
think Delhi is now getting very desperate. I think
Yes.
they want that wicketkeeper batsman.
as obviously a backup to Rishabh Pant.